During the first week of March, I got the opportunity to celebrate my birthday at an indoor go-kart track with a bunch of my friends. There had been some debate as to who was the fastest on four wheels, and a go-kart track session with friends and family seemed like a great place to both have fun and prove once and for all who was fastest. Our closest Autobahn Indoor Speedway is just a short drive south of Baltimore in Jessup, Maryland, right off of I-95. Don't worry though, if you don't live in Maryland, there are Autobahn facilities all over the nation. Once the entire party was present, all we had to do was watch a quick safety video and then jump into the karts. All of the karts are connected to a wireless remote, which allows race officials to govern the speed of the karts until everyone's ready to race. Since these karts can reach speeds upwards of 50 miles an hour, this system also allows for officials to slow karts down in the event of a yellow flag. And with the wave of the green flag, we were off to the races. This track has some really weird turns. Before the karts went full speed, I thought I had found my line, but I was wrong. Needless to say, I still adapted pretty quickly. Brian, not quite yet. That or Brian really just likes to drift. Yep, I think it's safe to say he likes drifting. A lot. After a while, I think he finally realized that drifting does not make you faster, only cooler. My biggest objective was to stay ahead of Blair and Kevin, which both have a very good track record. His pun was a lot funnier on the script. I don't know where I'm going with it. It's terrible. Ah, shit, there he goes. If I hadn't found my line yet, I was certainly doing a good job following Blair's. I was able to keep pace with him for pretty much the rest of the race. And at some point, Kevin caught up and passed me as well. Traffic towards the end of the race made things interesting. I was able to briefly sneak past Blair, but he was determined to go for gold. And with the checkered flag, the results were in. Blair came in first, Kevin came in second, I came in third, and Roland came in fourth. It was a very close race. I was only 128 milliseconds short of winning. Kevin was just 90 milliseconds short, and Roland was about half a second behind. Everyone else came in last place. Just kidding, I just forgot whose nicknames were what on the score sheet. Immediately following race 1, it was time for race 2. They gave us new karts because the batteries only have a finite amount of juice in them. Race 2 definitely felt much faster paced. However, the handling characteristics of these karts were completely different. The back end wanted to slip out more and the front end was a little looser. Nonetheless, I was still able to counter Blair's pit maneuvers. One right back at you. Look at that steering. Blair had the lead over me, but he was having trouble passing other racers. I think this time around everyone's got a pretty good line. Blair? That wasn't very nice. He is just not going home without a gold medal, that's for sure. Wait, where'd Blair go? Oh, okay. I think we got it. After Blair's kart was replaced, there was only about a lap left in the race. Then it was time to pull off the track and get some pizza. While we waited for the pizza to arrive, everyone compared scores and experiences they had around the track.
No one knows what his face looks like. It's Chris Biggs, guys.
After eating, it was time to suit up and go out on the other track.
Now we got Croc.
Blair, they probably didn't give you a kart this time. They don't have any more drive chains to spare. After a couple warm-up laps on this track, I could already tell this layout was going to be a lot more fun. There was more straightaway between turns, and the turns were a lot wider. I think the top speed on these karts were also set a little bit faster, and therefore I had a little bit more line searching to do than on the last track. I also had a huge gap to close with the other drivers, since I started at the back of the grid. I gave my other GoPro to Roland so we could get another point of view of this race. He started towards the front of the grid, so he got to see a little bit more action than I did. Kevin and Blair were also towards the front of the grid and managed to stay there for most of the race. Eventually, Kevin had a problem with his kart that set him back a few places, but Blair managed to stay in front. Even with Blair in the lead, Roland was doing a good job at passing everyone else. Back at my end, I was gradually closing the gap, but I was starting to see a lot of the same people, and no sign of Roland, Kevin, or Blair. I thought to myself, I must be getting close. Eventually, I did catch up to Kevin and managed to pass him. But still no sign of Roland or Blair. He was behind me the whole time. Well, catching up to him was out of the question, so I just kept racing and held my ground. I did manage to successfully finish without him passing me. My kart shut off before his did, so he did sneak past in the end, but that doesn't count. A few of us decided to chip in a little bit of extra money to do one more race. Since only 4 of us decided to do the 4th race, they put us in a public lobby with other people. This gave us a total of about 8 racers. Unfortunately, this kart had an issue with the brake pedal. It was extra touchy, and since the karts are computerized, any level of brake input, including just resting your foot on the pedal, would cause the kart to slow down and accelerate slowly out of corners. I think Kevin had this issue in the previous race. Regardless of my kart's issues, there was some really good competition on the track. I was unable to keep up. Roland came in first, followed by Blair. Brian came in 4th, and I came in at 7th. Despite the technical issues we had with our karts, we had a blast, and we'll definitely be coming back soon. While the price to race here is a little bit more expensive than your average amusement park, these karts are the real deal. And while we probably didn't go 50 miles an hour, the power that these karts have definitely exceed their handling capabilities, making for a fun and challenging environment. These facilities also keep track of scores nationwide, rewarding people with the highest scores at the end of every calendar year. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to leave a comment, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next adventure.